In this lesson, we are just going to do kind of a word problem involving linear equations. So this talks about Shang Tai, who walks his dog 2.5 miles around the lake every day. It says graph the equation m equals 2.5d. And it says m represents the number of total miles he walked. So I'm just going to write this. M is miles, and 2.5d stands for the number of days. Okay, so I won't know how many miles he walked until I know how many days he walked the dog. So I am going to make myself a little chart, okay? You have to know the number of days first. So the part you're going to pick, I'm going to pick, did he walk the dog 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days? Obviously, he can't walk the dog 0 days, but down on the x-axis then will be the number of days, okay? So did he walk 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days? Okay. Along the y-axis will be the number of miles. And I'm going to wait to label that until I do a little story problem here. So I'm going to go make myself a little table and do days and miles. So if he did not walk the dog at all, he did not go any miles. Okay? If he walked the dog for 1 day, he went 2.5 times 1, which is 2.5. 2.5 miles every single day. If he walked the dog for 2 days, he went 2.5 times 2, which is 5 miles. If he walked the dog for 3 days, 2.5 times 3 would be 7.5 miles. Okay, I think you're seeing a pattern here. Let's go up to 6 days since that's what our graph does. So 2.5 times 4 is 10 miles. 2.5 times 5 is 12.5 miles. And 2.5 times 6 is 15 miles. So that's what's happening. And so now you can kind of see how to scale your x-axis, or your y-axis, I mean. You're going to go 0, 2.5, 5, 7.5, 10. Every day he increases his number of days that he walks. He increases the mileage by 2.5 miles. So it would look something like this. And then you'll just plot the points. 1 and 2.5, 2 and 5, 3 and 7.5, 4 and 10, 5 and 12.5, like that. Now, these dots are in a line. I am actually not going to connect them, though, because I can't walk the dog for 2.5 days. I suppose I could, but it says you have to walk the dog each day, okay? So I really am not going to connect the dots here. You could if you wanted to. But it says, suppose Shang Tai wanted to walk 50 miles. How many days would it take him? Okay, so remember you are working from the equation this. And people sometimes struggle where to put that in. Notice, remember up above we said that M stood for miles and D stood for days. Okay? So if I'm wanting to do 50 miles, I need to put that 50 in the M's spot because it's miles. So I'll have 50 equals 2.5D, divide by 2.5, and D would be 20 days. All right, and that will do it.